Hey everyone, it's Mike here, and it's episode number 44 of the Morning Cup of Joe show. Just got off Periscope and appreciate all the great people on Periscope that are following me over there. Got some questions. Let's jump into those right off the bat here. First question, again, I forgot some of the names on these, so I apologize. You know who you are if you ask them, but there was a question that came up about Black Friday, and I think it was something of the nature of like, is it best to send your stuff after Black Friday or before? When does Amazon FBA really start taking off? Right now, I mean, it's stuff selling, guys. Right, stuff is moving rapidly on Amazon. There's a lot of lowball people that are out there on listings, and then there's opportunities to just nail it and walk away with some money. If you're looking at the retail arbitrage standpoints of it, there's a lot of race to the bottom, and I'll show an example here at some point during this video of just some frustration I'm having as well. But from my experience selling on Amazon FBA, you want to have all your inventory as much as you have over at Amazon that before that weekend, before that Black Friday, Cyber Monday. I mean, because every year it seems like, I mean, my store just gets decimated, man. I mean, there's so many people online at that standpoint where sales just start popping and rocking and rolling, right? So if you're sitting here right now in October and going, okay, I need to get this stuff to Amazon, yeah, that's exactly what you need to do. Get it over there now. If you're holding on to stuff going, I'm waiting for Q4, get it there now. I'm telling you, get it there now. I mean, if there's room and there's profit and you like the numbers, sell it now. Sell it in October. Why not, right? If you're looking to hold off on some stuff, hold off, right? But yeah, there's a huge impact on that weekend, and you want to make sure your inventory, you want to do your best to get all that stuff over there so you can be a part of that e-commerce like freaking blow up. Boom, right? That's what you want. So work on that, guys. Go out there and just get that stuff going. Remember, there's a cutoff time in my eyes for FBA in terms of fast-moving stuff or stuff you want to sell in the Christmas season. So, stuff that I'm trying to flip, my cutoff's like December 10th. And after that point, if I'm sending stuff in, it's longer tail type stuff like books or CDs or something like that, right? Something I'm not expected to sell before Christmas, right? But so basically go out there and just get your stuff boxed up, get it to them, and rock and roll with it. Another question here was, and I answered it on the Periscope, but I thought it would be great for you guys to hear it as well that didn't get a chance to watch it, was what categories don't I sell in, right? Which ones I guess I don't have any interest in or I don't think there's any profit in there. And I'll just be honest, I mean, I don't sell in jewelry. I'm not saying that these categories you can't make money in. I'm just saying I don't sell in them, right? It's just not my thing. I don't sell in jewelry. I don't do luggage, and I rarely do baby stuff. I've done baby stuff in the past. It's a good thing. All these are good markets, right? For sure. But for me, it's just not my, it's not my cup of coffee, right? So I just do my thing. And, as you guys know, it's toys, it's books, it's media, it's clothing, it's shoes, it's all that type of stuff there. So I'm not saying go out there and just not, just because I said so, don't look at those, because there's opportunity there, right? I mean, there's millions of items in those categories. And it's just not my thing, I mean, it's not my thing to go to JCPenney and look for good deals on jewelry, or to go to Zales when they're having 50% off. This is not my thing, right? Just not my forte. But yeah, I thought that was a good question because I'm not, I don't sell in every category. I don't know everything. And I just know, the stuff that I know, and I'm comfortable selling. I'm busy enough as it is with these other categories, like groceries and clothing, So I'm not. I haven't even looked outside the box into those other categories. I don't think I'll ever will, to be honest with you. But that's just my 2 cents. And then finally, the last question here was from Coach Chad. It looks like on Periscope is his handle. He was asking about Alibaba and are there any evergreen type products there that you can source? Now, let me just tell you, because maybe I'm missing the question here, but let me just, the definition when I hear evergreen product, I'm thinking of over and over and over sales, right? Over and over, kind of like kind of the whole passive income, Kindle, write the ebook once program and sell it for the rest of your life for, make millions of dollars, okay? So I'm going to take that into consideration when I answer your question about evergreen, because I don't think there is. And just hear me out for a minute, because I could be way off base. I think, with the Alibaba Chinese supplier mentality, I think you're always moving from one product to the next, right? You could focus on buying, one product and branding it, and it's your, it's your baby, right? You're building this brand, you're building a website, you're doing social media, you're advertising. Okay, that I can see, right? But like everything else, it becomes a fad, or the competition comes and destroys it. So I think, especially with Alibaba, it's a public. Anybody can go over there and wholesale stuff. You can buy this, you can buy that. Just how much money you have. So I think finding that evergreen type product, if that's what we're referring to, that over and over mentality is difficult. And I think it's for somebody that's new that doesn't understand how that works. If you're private labeling or if you're wholesaling from there, you're always going to be moving on to another product. I mean, unless you just freaking crushed it and found and had your own product made and it just was freaking amazing, like Beats by Dre, right? I mean, but even Beats by Dre after a certain period of time will just become irrelevant, right? To some extent, it's going to have a great run. And anytime you can create your own product that has an excellent run, yeah. I mean, I'm not saying stay away from that. I just don't think I think looking at the suppliers to find an evergreen product is better than looking at the products that you're seeing on the website. You see what I'm saying? Where you approach the supplier and say, hey, could you build this for me? Could you make this for me? This is my idea, right? That whole, bootstrapping of, this is the product that I want to make. And I believe in this, and I think this will take off. And again, it could be a 10-year run. It could be a month, right? I mean, it's the people that are chasing the next iPhone cases. I'm going to crush it. I'm going to kill it. Well, how many iPhones have they made now? What, 6? It's different updates and everything, So that product there only becomes irrelevant, for as long as people are using the devices. So those aren't evergreen. I'm trying to think of something that could be evergreen for you. It could be a simple product too. I mean, I'm not saying they don't exist, but let's just say, take for example, I don't know, some type of container that's half barbecue sauce, half marinade, and it's got like a tool that comes out that'll help you flip the burgers. You know what I mean? Something like that. That's a little bit unique. There's nothing like it. That I can see that being a little bit evergreen, but again, I think every product runs its course, and then depending on what is going on in 10 years from now. I mean, there's so much is going to change. So I don't think there's one particular product that is just evergreen that's always going to be there. Maybe there is. I mean, it could be as basic as spatula, but I mean, spatula is so vague. There's so many, and it's lost in the search if you think about it. But I think if you build a product and you advertise it right and you get it in front of people, you get that following, you get the reviews. I mean, you can rock and roll with that, man. You can do some great things. But I think the days of the over and over product just aren't going to happen anymore. And that could be way off, right? Maybe I just don't know what I'm talking about, or I don't. Maybe that's why I'm not a $20 million seller on Amazon with private label, right? But I think for somebody who's got some experience, I've imported products, I've sold private label products, that you're always looking for the next thing too, right? You're just not stuck with that one product, and that would be my outlook for somebody who's looking at that evergreen mentality. I believe that YouTube is somewhat evergreen. When you start owning some of the keywords, and you're building an audience, and it can make as long as these platforms are still available. Like for me, Amazon. You type in Amazon, I'm going to come up. Will that happen in 5 years from now? Maybe, right? At first, is people going to be searching on Amazon in 5 years? Yeah, obviously, Amazon's going to be around unless something crazy happens. But, would an evergreen product, would it be worth my time to create 50 clothing brands that sell today? Would that be considered evergreen ebook? Yeah, I mean, it might be relevant to some extent right this minute, but in a year or 2 or 6 months or 3 months, the market changes, man. And some of these brands nobody wants them anymore, I mean, go back to some of these jeans, 7 for All Mankind. Some of these would bring big bucks, right? Look at True Religion before it wasn't completely knocked off, Don't get me wrong, these sell now, but different price points. But, things change, I guess, is to sum that up. So hopefully that answers all of you guys' questions there. Thought those were great ones there on Periscope. Give me some water here. We got kind of a full show here today, and again, I appreciate all of you guys hanging out here and listening. I do this show here, for you guys. I mean, obviously it's fun for me to talk about reselling, and like I was saying on Periscope, when I first started reselling, there was nobody to listen to. The only person I ever had to listen to were the people at the flea market or the auctions, right? So, hopefully that's what I can provide to you is, maybe some entertainment, some education, while you're listing or you're being productive there. So that's why I'm doing that. And, if you do, find this information helpful or valuable at some point, I would appreciate anything you can help me with. And the biggest thing I'm kind of fueling now is the treasure trek. It's on Patreon. There's links below. Just a couple dollars here and there, will help me fund something that I really want to do. And it's this reality type, no fakery, just a show that will produce and go around and travel around and do some cool things. So that would really help me out. And again, obviously, Pick4Profit.com. You can check that out. That money, all this money goes obviously to me, and it does help to, one, to get better equipment. Maybe I got to clean up this background mess here. I don't know. So I'm always looking for ways to, to help build the channel and the things that I can upgrade, like my equipment. So you'd be doing me a solid. All right. Treating this like a business, guys. All right. I think it's important. I think that's when you go out and fill out your paperwork for your state and you get your business name. That's when you're really taking it to the next level. Because I'm guaranteeing you, I'm not going to say a percentage because I don't know. I think it's pretty high of people they don't treat it like a business. They don't even go down that road to incorporate or to be a S corp or LLC, right? They're just here just to flip shit, right? And that's fine. That's cool. That's how eBay was, right? It is how eBay is to a lot of people. It's just there. It's extra cash, right? For people like me and a lot of you guys that are out there and you're hustling and bustling, I think it's imperative to sit down, take some time, and create your business. Map it out, put it on paper, and you just get it done legit, right? Go out there and just make a name for yourself and file your taxes and get with an accountant, all that good stuff, because that goes a long way, And when you become that business. It's your baby. Your business isn't mommy 1 2 3 4 5, right, on eBay. I mean, yeah, that is, but you're not that you're filing your taxes if you're even paying taxes under Johnny Smith, right? I just think it's a boost in confidence when you go out there and you incorporate and you're paying your share of taxes and you're doing that thing. It's a big motivational thing for you, and it's something that keeps you pushing forward, right? Especially when you're looking at your numbers every month and going, yeah, this is going up, this is going down. It's just a great thing, right? It's imperative for you to be successful is to take that first step and go out there and actually create your name, right? Not Johnny Walker Blues on eBay. That's how you find me, right? Take it seriously and just even buy the domain. I mean, you could buy these. You guys are clever enough to come up with a crazy business name that hasn't been taken, right? Oh, I got a crazy one, Mike. How about AZ Clearance? Come on, you're not going to be able to get that. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Crazybuyouts.com. But it's funny because you see it on YouTube. A lot of people's handles on YouTube, that's their stores, and it's like that's cool. But what's the business name, right? Step it up, step up your game, and just if you see yourself doing this for a while, it's worth it. Just do it, right? And that goes a long way too when it comes into maybe you're buying your first car, maybe you're looking to buy, get a mortgage, get your first house. All these little things where you're dealing with financial institutions. You can see if you don't have it on paper, nobody cares. No bank's going to help you. And if you're going to want to build your business, you have to do it the right way. And the first step is to get your business name out there, get it all legit. That way, then you can build all this stuff up, do your taxes, and you could be in a better spot in a couple of years. Because believe it or not, these banks aren't just gonna. You can tell them anything. I make $2 million a year. They don't give a shit. They want the W-2s. They want the tax returns. They want all this information from you, and you have to be able to provide solid data to them in order for them to give you a loan or what I'm saying, stuff like that. So let's get that started today. If you're not doing that, or maybe thinking about it for January for 2016, I just think it's imperative. All right. Like I said, got some jam-packed stuff, and we're going to fly through a lot of this here today. Recently, there's always that talk of selling smalls and selling high-ticket items, and both systems work. There's no doubt about it. I've always been a proponent of selling smalls. I mean, I have no problem selling stuff under $10. I have no problem selling books at $4 or $5, right? But, over time, and I think, I don't know, I'm not saying I'm getting to that point. It's just I'm starting to look at the bigger picture of things, right? Because I do have a lot of inventory out there. I have a lot that's not listed, and I need to get it listed and get it sold. But, every day it seems like I'm just I'm changing something, I'm tweaking something, or I'm not selling what I used to sell. And this is going to lead into something I'm going to be talking a little further down the road here, but some of these higher ticket items. And it's always exciting when you sell those bigger home runs. And I know, they're getting harder and harder to find. You're not going to be able to find them every day, but if you could put yourself in a position where you can find those every day, and you do sell those every day, that's how you're going to grow your business. It's going to be very difficult for you to jump from 40,000 a year to $100,000 a year selling the same products, right? If they're smalls, because you're going to have to do a lot of volume to get to that doubling your business from last year program, right? Trust me. So the same can be applied with selling action figures or, clothing, used clothing from thrift stores. You got to scale up, and if you're busy as it is now, how do you think you're going to get from 40 to 80, right? Unless you eliminate these low budget, low cost, low entry dollar store items, I like to call the dollar menu, right? You have to eliminate those and go after the higher ones. And I think it's an interesting thing because there's no right way or wrong way. And it just depends on what you're finding in your area, what's abundant to you. I mean, if you're finding clothing for 50 cents, yeah, I mean, go ahead and rock it, right? Build up your bankroll. But maybe when you're building this bankroll, you're taking care of your responsibilities, then you're taking this money and maybe you're going into a higher item. Maybe you're going to go, hey, you know what? I like the t-shirt game. I'm going to start buying some of these vintage concert shirts. Or, hey, I like to, I'm going to start getting into the autograph business, and only buy certified autographs. Or, hey, I mean, it goes further and further up the ladder when you start thinking more. Hey, I want to get into, flipping go-karts, scooters. There's good money in that. I want to go into now, I want to start buying these 97 Jeep Cherokees, right? For $2,000, I'm flipping for $4,000. All the way up to, whatever you're comfortable with, wherever your money takes you, right? It could be to a rental property. It could be to buying trailers in a trailer park at, retirement community. But when you have those bigger ticket items, you're getting that influx of cash, like boom, when it happens. Now, again, things just don't sell. Everything takes time. Things got to marinate. But when you get those bigger licks, that's why I like selling blazers, especially a couple years ago. They were big licks and they were all frequent. Now people are just, I hear everybody else talk about it. Let's sell for $12 shipped, honey. Yeah, sounds good to you. Let's do it, right? And because it was great, you get these blazers for $1 or $2, and you're flipping for 50, 150, 200. And I'm not saying that market's dead. Been selling a lot of blazers lately, but you know what I'm saying. I mean, those are some bigger licks when you're going from 2 to 50. Going from 2 to 6, you got to remember, you got to do volume. I mean, it's simple mathematics, simple. Business practices and understanding your numbers. So, but for me, I think that's, I'm trying to tweak things into getting that more, higher dollar items. That's really my game plan moving forward here because, these smalls take time. Smalls, you got to have a system in place to flip these things, and they can add up, and then you could be a hoarder. You could be an e-hoarder. But, start looking at that, right? I know not everybody's in a position right now to go drop $1,000 or $2,000 and wait a month to get $3,000 back. But I think you guys that are out there, I think you figured this out. If you've been doing this for a while, you go, yeah, this is pretty basic. I'm like, yeah, sure. I mean, it's common sense, kind of to some extent. But for somebody new, this might help you and say, well, hey, there needs to come a point. Yeah, like Mike said, I'm tired of dealing with the smalls. I'm gonna go after the bigger ones, and you just gotta be more picky and choosy. Choosy, is that a word? Choosy. You got to really just be, due diligent when you're going out and looking at sourcing. And the same applies if you want to go into the clothing market and sell on Amazon. I mean, you got to have some cash flow, and there's some higher returns, higher profit margins. But then again, it could tank. So, but if you're doing stuff like, I'm talking like local stuff, man, there's a crazy ass bugs over here. But if you're doing, local stuff and, let's just talk about this. Pallet furniture. If you don't know what that is, it's huge. And people buy it. People love it. And if you're crafty, if you got some craftsman skills, you could do some amazing things locally if there's nobody in your market doing it right now. And, you can find these pallets, these skids for a couple bucks or free and do some amazing things with it. Just a little paint or leave it raw and sell these things for hundreds of dollars. And, it's just finding out what people need and what people are willing to spend money on. That's the biggest thing, is there room for me to get into the custom furniture business? You know what I'm saying? We'll do it locally. It might be. Gotta look into it. It's like everything. Gotta look into the market, study it, reference it. What is everybody else doing? Where's the competition? Where are they at? But if you could stay ahead of that curve, right? You put yourself in a situation where, yeah, there's nobody over here. It's like you're swimming in the ocean and there's nobody running or near you. There's nobody swimming near you. There's no kids on your freaking heels, right? It's just you over there, and life's good, and you're getting orders, right? When you're in that sea of the ocean and it's you and there's 30,000 other people, Yeah, it's freaking crowded, right? And yes, you're seeing things sell, but they're not. Yours isn't selling today. This guy's selling. That guy's selling. It's competition. So something to look into, guys. The other part of what I was going to talk about too is cutting down the spending on some of this stuff. Maybe only going after just the higher ticket stuff. I mean, that's a good business model to have for sure. And then when you're cutting back your spending, what I want you to do is start saving this money. You have to save this money. I'm telling you. I've said this over and over and again. You got to listen to me and take this money and save it. Right? You got to save it. The economy is what it is. I don't see anything crazily changing pretty soon. Whether whoever's in office, it's only getting worse for the middle class and obviously for the poverty level. So do what you can by just putting some money aside and getting ahead. And if something was to happen to you or your family, you've got some kind of nest egg. It starts with $1 today, guys. Just put $1 aside. Start with your change. Do something to build that up, and just religiously keep putting that money in there. And next thing you have some good money saved up. And I just think it's imperative, and nobody talks about it again. Everybody wants to talk about, oh, look at this, flip that. Well, that's great. I don't want to keep flipping and flipping and flipping and flipping, and then just pay my bills and have nothing. Who wants to do that? Isn't the point to make money, but it's also to save that money and invest in the things. It's just imperative. I mean, I know it's common sense, but these days there's not a lot of people talking common sense out there. So, excuse me. So keep that in mind. Definitely always be saving, always be trying to cut costs at every angle. Try to master your systems, try to speed up your processes, and you'll do just fine. Okay, so, God, I've been on YouTube for 4 or 5 plus years, I think, something there. I don't even know how many. Before the whole reselling thing, I had some videos back 8 years ago, I think, me flipping Zuzu pets. But, when the videos started happening on YouTube, I started with sharing Pearl Jam videos that I was doing. And it's just crazy how from that community to I'm now talking full blown reselling every day, every week. I'm getting into some new ventures, and I haven't really told too many people about it, and I'm not going to go into detail what they are. I'm still a full time reseller. Right? I'm always going to be a full time reseller. I'm not getting a job. I'm just educating myself right now in a field that I think is interesting, and I think that I could tweak and do some things with for some local side cash that can help me down the road for some investment properties, stuff like that. So I'm spending some time online. It's online courses. I mean, it's imperative with education, right? I just can't sit here in this. Okay, let's keep doing the same thing over and over. I got to keep feeding my brain. That's why I'm reading the books. That's why I'm in the Facebook groups to see what other people are doing. And I'm in Facebook groups that have nothing to do with reselling, right? Just to see the opportunities that are out there, because I think once you have that small business entrepreneur mindset, you're always thinking of what's next. Where am I going to hit it big? So I'm not saying I'm going to hit it big with this new venture. When I'm ready to talk to you guys about it, I'll talk to you. It probably won't be until 2016, maybe that early. But it's something that I've got a passion for, and I'm like, let me see if I can pull this off. So you keep that in mind when you're out there reselling, guys. That it doesn't take that much time out of your day to get educated, to go and maybe look at another field or look at something, maybe look at silver, learn how to sell silver, learn how to gamble and bet on the jockeys and the horses. You know what I mean? But no, educate yourself. I think it's good. It's healthy for your mind. It keeps you motivated. It keeps you going. Because you know what? I mean, we only live once, so why not take it all in? Rather than just doing the same thing. Yep, just going to go to the thrift store again. Going to keep doing this and moving around. Yep, thrift store today. Hey, what are you going to do a year from now? Thrift store. Hey, where are you going to be at in 5 years now, Tommy? Thrift store. You know what I mean? That's just, it's cool and it's dandy. And, but for me, I'm always looking to move up, that's the biggest thing. So that's really what I'm trying to do is I'm educating myself. I took some time and spent some money on a couple courses, and I'm just taking it in right now. Just taking the information in and see what it's going to do for me. I mean, who knows? In 3 months from now, I might say, the heck with this. This is ridiculous. But anyway, just again, keep educating yourself with anything that's out there. Keep soaking your brain with information and use it. Carry a notebook around with you, or use your phone. Use the Notepad app, and just when you get these ideas, write them in there, right? And keep track of that. Like your diary, and you can go back and relate to that, and it's just cool to have, and it helps too, So, let me get some coffee here, and actually, I have a cigarette as well. The I figured I'd be able to talk about this today. It's kind of, people are just, there's all different types of people out there, and I understand I'm a public person, and I do my thing, and I just do what I do, and but there's a lot of people out there that think that I just like I'm scamming people, and that's furthest from the truth. And I just I don't know. I've heard even to the extent of this guy doesn't even resell. I'm like, dude, are you serious? If you haven't been around me, then come over to my house, hang out with me for a day. That's all I do. But I heard something the other day, and I was just like, what is? Come on now, that's ridiculous. Somebody said I don't even sell on eBay. And I'm like, what do you mean I don't sell on eBay? How many times all these videos I show you what I sell? I mean, if you're in the Facebook groups, you're seeing what I'm selling. I mean, I've showed 3 or 4 different eBay accounts, but people say that, no, that's all just a bunch of crap, right? No, I mean, here's the thing. I started on eBay when it first popped out there. I was selling, baseball cards. I sold Beanie Babies. I was doing all that early day hustle stuff. And it got to a point years ago, and even for the people that were following me on this channel years back in the beginning, those people saw my other eBay that was under actual my name. But ever since, I built that store up to such a volume, and I just felt like, eBay was taking advantage of me. The fees were outrageous. There was just too much. There was just kind of too much overhead with a store that big. So, the anchor store price, I believe at the time, was $2.99 or $3.99 a month. Plus, I was paying all these listing fees, and you have a store that large, these fees add up. So I decided that after a year, I'm like, I'm not getting anywhere with this. I mean, I'm making money. That's great. I'm making great money. But I wanted to kick it up a notch. So I walked away from that. And then that's when I started building the e-commerce sites. And that's when I built what I call my wholesale program, which is basically I work with people that have their own eBay and they sell my product on their eBay. That's it, guys. That's that simple. So let's be quite clear here. Yes, my name, Michael Franco, does not have an account associated on eBay, right? The products that I have are under other people's accounts. Okay, that's where it's at. Do I sell on eBay? Yeah, every day I'm selling something. Every day I'm hustling. That's that simple. So, but I wanted to address that today because I'm seeing it more and more. It's like, man, I guess I don't sell on eBay. This is all made up. But that's the truth, And there was benefits for me doing that, and there wasn't too many. Early on, there was some negatives. I'll be honest, because I'm at the liberty of the eBay account holder, right? That's doing that, and so there was a little bit of negativity. But once I figured it out, it's a smooth sailing now. The program's great and it works for me, and there's I pay taxes on everything I sell, on e-commerce land, right? So there was that question too. This guy's just trying to avoid paying taxes. No, it's just that's what it is. And again, you got to reach a certain level on Amazon before you can pay taxes, and I don't know if it gets $15,000 or $20,000 or something like that. Then you're getting hit with the tax thing. But that's just business, right? I mean, if you're going to go work at McDonald's, you're going to hit the tax thing too, right? So I just wanted to clarify that yes, I do sell. I mean, go back on this channel, look at stuff. I got stuff coming out where I'm showing, hey, look, I sold this on eBay. So I mean, I do sell on eBay, guys. And is it majority of my business? It's a good portion, and but it's not 50% of my business. No, I've got heavily invested time into Amazon, Etsy, my e-commerce sites. I'm getting ready to launch another e-commerce site, hopefully probably in January, on some niche products. And then the eBay thing, it's steady, it's going, it's moving. I'm not seeing myself staying away from that. I'm maybe, like I said earlier, I might be staying away from some of the lower ticket items down the road, but I don't. I wouldn't say I don't sell on eBay or I don't know anything about eBay. I mean, I feel like I know a lot about eBay, but to each his own. All right, so that's out of the way here. Let's see what else we got on today's plate here for episode number 44. If you guys do like these type of shows, obviously appreciate your feedback. You leaving a comment, sharing it with a friend, or just giving me the like. Hit the like button there. It takes a second, and does go a long way because I see the data, I see the numbers, and when your channel's sitting here and you're getting 80% of your viewership is disliking your stuff, it kind of gets to your head and go, well, do I need to keep making more? The feedback I definitely appreciate, and I appreciate you taking the time out of your day to do that, whether it's a like or a comment. So I do read all the comments. I'll be honest with you though. I mean, I can't reply to everybody. I do read them, and I take in consideration when I'm putting out new information. So if you're looking to really ask me a direct question, the best thing is you can't. I'm so slammed on YouTube with messages and comments. You just have to go into the Facebook group Resellers Roundtable, tag me in there, and I'll get back to you. I don't think I've missed a couple. I might have missed a couple messages, but I'm usually right in there. Boom. All right. What else we got? Yeah. Let's get into the state of the thrift. State of the thrift stores. These stores are getting more and more bold. They're raising their prices, and my experience today was, today's Wednesday. It's typically half off day. I go there and I got a bunch of stuff, and I get to the register and I'm watching the lady in front of me, and she's paying full price for everything. And I go, "What's going on here?" "Oh, today's not half off anymore. It's every other Wednesday." I'm like, "Oh, for real?" So I put everything back right in front of the manager. She's like, "You're not going to buy all that?" I said, "No. Why the hell would I?" I said, $9.99 for a crew neck? Come on, Oh, okay. I had all these belts too. I was going to pay up for them too, $12 for the belts, but I don't know. I just put it all back, and I grabbed some of the stuff that was the good, but I just put it back, and I'm sitting there thinking, what's going to happen in a year or two with thrift stores? What's next? Because obviously it's not affordable for the people that truly need it. I'm not concerned about me and my thrift business, right? But I'm looking at the standpoints of the thrift. They're popping up everywhere. I mean, here in Arizona, I've watched 3 or 4 Goodwills pop up in 3 months, and there's more and more, and it's filling up this country with these secondhand items. But it makes you wonder. I mean, they're not even helping anybody. They're not helping the people that need it. I mean, come on, $49 for a pair of jeans. Well, I know. Yeah, well, it's because it's Hollister or whatever. It's like, come on, who are you helping? And again, they're only helping themselves at the end of the day. I do understand that some of these thrift stores are for profit and some are non for profit, but it's ridiculous. And I'm not going to rant too much about them, but I just think it's just ridiculous. I'm not complaining because I'm not making money. I'm not complaining because I can't buy these products anymore and flip them. I'm just saying as a general statement, it's just kind of ridiculous, isn't it? Especially if you've been doing this for a while and you remember getting shit for nothing. But that's when people could come in there and actually afford to buy, clothing. I mean, some of these people have to go to Walmart. They can't go into the Salvation Army Goodwill because the shirts are $7.99 when they can go to Walmart and buy a T-shirt for $4. I mean, really, And again, that's brand new versus used. These thrift stores, they don't care if there's holes in the stuff or stained. They'll try to hide them as best they can to screw you, just to get your money. And especially if they have no returns. And then you're like, oh my God, I got to deal with this. But let me know down below in the comments, what's your thoughts on thrift and the processes? What do you see it in a year or two? What's your experience now with it? I'd really love to hear that. Because it's something that's been sitting here. I mean, I appreciate the thrift stores. I truly do, because I've made money off of them, and I continue to make money, and it's a good source for me to find product to sell. But it just makes me oh gosh, come on now. Do we really need to charge people $19.99 for a Tommy Hilfiger sweatshirt? Or what was the brand I saw today? Oh, Thomas Dean dress shirts, $19.99. I'm like, come on, $19.99. Crazy. But yeah, so if you can leave down some comments down there, I'd appreciate that. All right, we're moving along here. Let's see, where are we at? Hey, here's what I want to talk about. Amazon. Let me just see this. You guys have the Amazon seller app, obviously, and let's see what we got here. Okay. I talk about this in private, and people have heard me talk about the blueprint. What do I mean by the blueprint? And what I mean by that is, you want to have a blueprint of everywhere you're going, and these retail stores, whether it's Walmart or Target. You want to get an idea of where all this stuff's at, what's on the shelves, where are the opportunities. And one thing, here's a good tip that I'll give you. One thing that's helped me identify profitable items besides scanning them is to scan them and track them. Now, how do you do that? There's lots of different ways. You can create, first off, Excel spreadsheet, track these things. I'm talking over time because things happen so fast, things get so flooded, there's so much race at the bottom that you might scan something today and say, oh, there's no money in that. And then a month from now, it's wide open because everybody just dumped out, right? It happens all the time. And I think it's something that people overlook, and it's just, there's money there. I know there is, big money. And you just got to be smart about it to go back and look at the history. Here's what you should do. I'm telling you this. If you go to your Amazon seller app, let me see if I can find that. Okay. I'm looking at a lens cap here, right? I don't know. Anyway, you open up your Amazon seller app, and then they've got the favorite section, right? Just favor it. Just favor that item and say, let me take a look at this in a week from now. Or when you're sitting on the toilet, right? And you're like, let me see if there's any opportunity. Because you're going to find something. You're going to find something and go, oh, okay. Okay. And you're going to go and you're going to go pounce on it. Right? I do that all the time. I mean, I've got a massive list here, and not just that, I've got my Excel hot doc sheets that I use to find these opportunities because, like I said, the prices change, guys. And just because there's a race to the bottom today doesn't mean next week there is, right? It happens all the time. And I think it's just a little tip that you guys can use and, when you're out there and say, hey, this looks interesting, but yeah, there's no money in it today. Just favor it. Hit the star. And you can always go back and you can always get rid of it. But start doing that because there's more and more people out there reselling now, guys. There's a ton. And sorry, there's a car driving over here. People are strange over here. It's just another tool you can use to stay ahead of the competition. You know what I mean? Because if that thing tanked, and with so many resellers out there and so many arbitrage people out there, that same person, 100 people could say, oh, I scanned that already. There's no money in that, even though it's wide open right now and you can make money. So just those little tips like that, right? That added little thing that doesn't do much. I mean, what is it going to take you? Just favor it on your phone. Take a look at it, right, a month from now. And I'm talking about replenishable type products. Hey, lizard. Got a lizard in the garage here. What's up? Those type of replenishable grocery, health and beauty, that's where I'm usually doing that. And I also do that with toys, too. Don't get me wrong. I do that when a lot of the new toy lines come out. I'll start tracking them and see where see what the opportunities are at. I do that on also a lot of niche type products. Like for example, like DTS audio CDs or SACD CDs, right? All those type of stuff. You'd be surprised what something that goes for when somebody sells out. That was the lowballer, and then the price jumps back up, and then you can look at that and go, that CD's going for 80 right now. There's like 6 on eBay for 6. Let's make some money, right? Let's make some money, honey. So yeah, something like that, guys. Just add it to your repertoire. See if it works for you, and if it works for you, let me know. Come back to this video, or tell me if you've been using it and if it works for you, because it helps me out. Okay, since we're on the topic of Amazon, here's a perfect example of this, guys. I'm engaged in Star Wars, right? I've talked about this. I have a video coming out, and I don't even know if I want to put it out because people are going to say you're full of crap. Well, that's when me and 4 other people were the only people that could sell it on Amazon. Now there's all these people, and now the craziness has begun. But let's look at something just as simple as this Kylo Ren Star Wars figure here, right? $6.99, $7.99 in the stores, and let's scan it so I'm accurate before somebody calls me out. It says, yeah, no, he's off base. He's smoking the pipe. Let's scan this bad boy here, and this is what happens when the competition comes in. I mean, it's natural, but it's why does it have to be this way? It's frustrating. Okay, so so right now there are 32 sellers, 28 are FBA. Lowest price is $11.71. Back, that's your net, right? So you're going in at 60, 70%. Let's see, is it even that high? It's about 50%, 60% margin. It's still good. The rank's excellent, 5,000 toys. But why? You know what I'm saying? Why does it have to be that low? Guys, if I was to tell you how much I was selling this figure for, before all the hoopla came in, before the, I like to call the crackhead pricing, it makes you wonder, do people not have business sense? Or are they just that, and I can't fight with these people, the 20% margin people. I mean, I just can't, I understand the volumes. You don't have to sell me on what your program is, okay? But why is the question. Amazon's not in stock. But why do we have to settle for this? Why? What is the problem? Yeah, it's the race to the bottom, Mike. Yeah, it's the problem with Amazon. Yeah, but why? Doesn't just you sit there at night and go, well, what are these people thinking? Because you know what? In a week from now, it'll be at you're lucky to make $1, and you're all excited because you bought 50 of them, and it's like, oh. But it's going to go up, or Amazon's going to jump in stock, and then you got to play the waiting game. But why? Just why? You know what I mean? Why? Damn it, you why? Why do you keep lowballing me? Toy Store 3000 with your 50 million feedback. Why do you keep screwing with me? So it's just interesting. I think it's a great topic to talk about. Try to discover information about why does it happen? Why is this doing this? Why are people settling for low margins? Why are we racing to the bottom? And especially on a product like this that's hot, and people are buying it multiple times a day. And if we just can send a group message to everybody, hey, just raise your shit $5-10, we're all good. Yay! No, we can't put that together. I guess it's just. I guess to sum it up, I don't know what the answer is to that, guys. Maybe you can help me with that. But I guess it's that competitive nature. I'm not letting him sell for $19.71. I'm coming at $19.70. And then Charlie, oh my God, I gotta get in there, $19.65. And then Melissa, oh my gosh, honey, look, it's tanking. We need to get out now. I mean, there are certain toy lines right now that it's actually cheaper to buy them on Amazon from third-party FBA sellers than it is buying in the store. It's just like, come on, man. Are you serious? You really? You're selling that Star Wars figure for $4.99. I can't even get it. I mean, even with my wholesale stuff, I'm not getting it for that. It's like, come on. But hey, I don't know. Maybe there's some money laundering going on. I don't know. I think it's just an interesting topic, and that whole race to the bottom mentality. My God, guys, we can talk about this for 20 hours. How do you do it? How do you stay away from it? Again, it's part of the beast, part of the competition. Let's try to stay away from this competition, but it's just frustrating. It's like, dude, we can all double, triple our money on this and just have a nice day. Have a nice day. Like LA Beast here, have a nice day. Right? So, just my little rant for the video. I gotta have a rant when I do these morning cup of joes at some point, right? But but back onto the Amazon. Well, people ask me all the time, Mike, what do you sell? How do I make money? What do I got to do? I think the question is, what do you want to do? What kind of Amazon business do you want? Do you want to just do retail arbitrage? Do you want to do a mixture of everything? That's the question I think you have to figure out. It's not what I can tell you. I can tell you all that works. Thrifting, arbitrage, private label, right? Online arbitrage. All these plans of attack work, right? I think the best plan is to incorporate them all. Why not? You can't beat thrift store, garage sales, storage auction, flea market prices and margins on this stuff when you find these things. You just can't. You can't go, bonkers at freaking Target. I don't care what they're saying in these freaking Reddits and freaking Facebook groups. Guys, no, wait, this is clearance out so well, guys. $2 and 5,000. I bought 25 million units. I'm rich. Here, look at the screenshot. You know what I mean? Are there opportunities? Yes, it's just like everywhere else, but the margins are, in the retail arbitrage standpoint, on single scans are not what they used to be, right? Obviously because more competition, but how do you want to design your business, right? Do you just want to go out there and just reblend barbecue sauce and make $500 a week? You can do that, right? People have no problem dropping freaking $80 on 12 freaking barbecue sauces. They don't. People don't have a problem dropping freaking $50 on 20 pounds of gummy bears or jelly beans. Don't ask me why. They just do it, and I get paid. But I think the thing is test all these areas, and see which one's working for you, and then that's when you head in the direction. You got to have the pie. You got to have it. Here, I'm trying all these, like you said, Mike. Which one's working for you? When you find out which one's working for you, you go over there and you freaking crush it. I mean, you go over there and just nail it down, and keep working that area. But always look at the other parts of that pie, right? Always look at those other parts, because you just never know when the opportunity presents itself. That's what's so great about being a reseller, being independent. All these opportunities are everywhere. But to build an Amazon business, you have to focus on what's working for you, right? Don't just listen to what Tommy Wong says in the Facebook group. He's killing it with the freaking razors. My God, great. Go try it out for yourself. See if it works. Right? Maybe you can't kill it. Maybe you're buying the same things as he is, And you're just like, dude, this guy's something's wrong here. He's selling everything. He says he sells 100 a day. I haven't sold one in a month. Maybe the guy's full of crap, right? I mean, we do live in a world right now where people do lie online, guys. I mean, there is some BS that's heavy BS out there, not just in reselling in general. But find your business, find out what works for you, and just go out there and just keep working it, right? Like I said, if selling bags of chips is your thing, sell them. Who cares? It's money, right? As long as you're supporting your family, if you're putting money in your pocket, who cares? Who's going to question you, right? Because at the end of the day, that's all it is you. This is you. This ain't me, right? If things don't work for me, I tell you. If a clothing market's dead, or hey, my God, I can't sell shoes anymore, and people are just blowing it up, I'll be the first to say it, right? And I'm also the first to walk away when I see that I'm not making money or I'm wasting my time or spinning my wheels, And I think that's what's so great about a lot of the content that comes out from the online space is people just you can talk to people, you can network with people. Well, hey, what's working for you? In the Facebook groups. I mean, yeah, some of these larger groups, they're kind of a headache, and times things get lost, but network with people and try to just put yourself around people that are in an area where that you're like, hey, I'm doing the same thing you're doing, dude. I mean, I'm selling groceries. Let's talk about groceries then. Shoot, right? Where's the opportunity, Mike? Well, look at the multi-packing this stuff, man. I mean, look at bundles. Look at stuff that's not even on Amazon. That's what I'd say. But you see what I'm saying? Just find out what works for you. Always test things, and then just see where the best bang for your buck is, and stop wasting your time beating a dead horse. If you're just buying all these books, and you're like, I don't know how these guys online keep doing it, right? I've got 3,000 books in here, and I'm not killing it or crushing it. I'm only making $100 a week. Maybe it's all just a bunch of, mumbo jumbo. Go into something else. You see what I'm saying? Try something else. You got to try it. You just can't say, oh, this guy did it, I could do that. You can't just emulate. You can't just copy. You got to try it for yourself. That's imperative. All right, before we wrap it up here, a couple things really quick here. So if you, we touched a lot of topics here, and I know that I go all over the place. So whatever I title this video, you never know what pops in between the minute segment to the hour or whatever. But for the I've been getting a lot of messages from people, probably a lot recently and throughout the year of Pick4 Profit, my website that I have where I do. It's there's training on there. There's all different types of stuff, and I'm not going to go into what it is. You can go to the website and check it out. But the biggest question I've been getting from a lot of people is, can you? I can't afford that. Can you take payments? Can you do this? Can you do that? Let me just go off by stating this. Right? I pride myself in saying this that I've had hundreds of people come through Pick4 Profit, and there's people that have learned a lot of things. There's people that have used me and abused me, and I have a blacklist of people, that will, unfortunately, things happen. People pay for things, and then they say, "Oh yeah," and they just want to do a chargeback. That's part of business, right? I mean, Walmart gets millions of dollars of transactions and chargebacks every year. When you're a business, you get chargebacks. I have a money back guarantee on everything that I do, guys, right? Because my, I just have pride in what I do, and I'm not here to throw a towel over your head. And I was flying around over here. So everything that I do and I talk about, is to help you and better you. And I try to pride myself on my information and to help others. I also, am accessible for you. So if you're looking for somebody that can coach you through it, you can call me. I mean, it's not like I had to say, well, you can only call me for 1 hour, and then after that, you got to charge it. No, I mean, once you're a member, I work with you, and I do like hearing the success stories. I do like hearing people say, man, I started here, now I'm over here. Going into this whole coaching, training type of program, it's great when you get that feedback. Obviously there's people that come through and you never hear from them. You're like, man, did that work for you? And you try to reach out, and some people are just really private. But everything I do, again, like I said, is there's a money back guarantee to it to some extent. If it's abusive and you're asking for something that's unreasonable, yeah, I mean, it's like any business. I can argue that point. With that being in mind, I'm not trying to say as a Debbie Downer. I'm trying to say as a positive thing that I back up what I say by offering a refund or full money back guarantee on anything I do, right? Coming out pretty soon here for those that are interested. I'm revamping the pricing on Pick4 Profit, so you can go out there and check out the new pricing if it's something for you. I know it's not for everybody, but but I thought I'd throw that out here today just to let everybody know that there's some changes going on in the group. Things are being added. Different. There's always something going on. I mean, it's just not one focus on one thing. I've got millions of things that's out there, right? So I mean, if you're looking to, create a brand, if you're trying to build your brand, for example, I mean, I help people with that too, right? There's a lot of different things just besides this small reselling thing. It's more than just eBay. And we go into a lot of different topics, but I don't want to waste your time with that. So if you're interested, you could take a look. Just be on the lookout through Facebook, Morning Cup of Joe, Facebook there, or I believe if the Resellers Roundtable University, there'll be an update probably coming soon in a couple days here. So that's for those that are interested. Now, again, we're going to go back to this, guys, because I just think it's imperative. Saving this money, right? Getting yourself in a situation, a daily ritual, a daily habit of saving money. I just think it's imperative, right? It's just imperative because things change, guys, all the time. Markets dip, and sales become slow. But if you're saving money, you're preparing for these slow times. Or now that there's so much competition, things aren't selling like they used to. And when you're saving money, you feel good. I mean, you feel great. You're like, yes, man, I saved up my first $100. It's like you're a kid, right? Got my first $100 in my piggy bank, mommy. I want to go buy me a freaking N64, right? There's no reason that you shouldn't be saving. I mean, really, if you're in a financial strait right now where money's tight, you got to trim it down, man. There's nothing wrong with trimming down your life or downsizing. There's nothing wrong with that, right? Life here, it seems like it's all about image, and got to have the Ferrari and the Beamer, 5-car garage. I mean, man, you could be happy living in a trailer, right? What do you want? You want financial freedom, or you want, Dan, I got to pay this $10,000 a month, not every month, on this palatial mansion, which does have 4 jacuzzi tubs. You know what I mean? It's like, what do you want? But you're never going to get to really what you want without saving money, right? Or retirement, right? I mean, especially in this business, there's no retirement, right? So you have to prepare for that. And that would be one of my biggest regrets is when I first started, I wasn't saving as much as I am now. And I mean, I wish I can go back in time, 10, 15 plus years and have access to that money. And if I would have, known now, told myself then, right, I'd be rolling deep, yo. Put some freaking wheels on that car, man. Let's be, gleam it up. Clean it up, gleam it up. Let's shine that, man. You know what I'm saying? But I just think it's imperative, and I want to get more into that with a lot of the YouTube videos, and I go into depth with that and pay for profit and stuff like that, because I think that's helping too. You know what I mean? Motivating you to save and save money and ways to do that. So I think you'll see some videos down the road here on YouTube, just some stuff that's helped me over time. And same thing with if you see my $10 challenge that it's only on Pick4Profit.com, and you don't have to be a member to check it out. You can go through there and just type in $10 challenge. You'll see how I've broken down the savings to create that savings fund, that picking fund. And that'll give me an indication too, of go, hey, this worked. Look at this guy saved up a couple $1,000s by doing this. It's just imperative, It's just that why not do it for yourself, for your family, and do it for a cause? Because I know, not everybody out here is killing it. Okay, not everybody here is destroying it and just putting freaking hundreds of thousands in their bank every month, right? And I know. I mean, I'm not, guys. Come on, man. I've been real since day one up in this beep. But you know what I'm saying? Just start putting this money away and do the best you can. But just keep actively doing it, right? And again, stop with the wasting of the time, right? Stop wasting your time on stuff that's not productive, stuff that's just, it's a time suck, right? It's a time suck. Eliminate these things because life's short, guys. I'm telling you. I mean, it's not like I've been through this life, a couple times where I can say, hey, guys, yeah, we only have 50 more years here. You know what I mean? But it's a time suck. Go your whole life and have nothing, and next you're 50. You're going, shit. What am I gonna do now? Right? If you start saving now, you can do whatever you want. I believe in that. I truly believe you can do whatever you want to do. You can be anybody. You can go anywhere, as long as you put your mind to it and you have a game plan. And if you want to ride that freaking Bugatti, You want your Bugatti with your license plates killing it? Start saving. I mean, credit's great and everything like that, but at the same point, you got to pay that credit back. So, you have more leverage when you have bank. When you have commas in your bank, not zeros. When you have the commas in the bank, that's when you're making a difference, right? Doesn't mean about the commas on the credit line. It's talking about the commas in the bank, right? Just look into that for me. All right, guys. So hopefully you enjoyed the show here today. Had a blast doing it. Got to give a shout out to the Cubs. I mean, my gosh, could this be the year 2015? Holy cow! I'm super excited, and I don't even have TV. I can't even watch them. So I think now that they moved on, we're probably gonna have to be going out to Buffalo Wild Wings or somewhere to watch these games. I've just been catching them on the internet in terms of updates and ESPN. So I'm really excited about the Cubs, and I'm excited for fourth quarter. Life's good. I'm just, the weather's cooling off here. There's more garage sales. Just a lot of cool stuff going on, and I'm super excited. I'm trying to stay positive. That's the best thing you can do with everything, and just stay positive and be on track, but yeah, let's go Cubs. So, all right, not taking any more of your time up here today, guys. I appreciate you guys hanging out with me. Again, remember, if you did like this video, hit the like button. Until next time, I'm out. Peace.